Do I have something? No, I have not done.
Yes, you have. Okay, I just wanted to tell you that
You push record on that one?
We have we just, when you're listening to this, oh my gosh, this is just like, it's been less than a week since our December to Remember show, and want to let you know that when you're listening to this, if you're listening on Friday, there are going to be pre-sale tickets coming out for next year. And again, like when we were heading into this year, we know it's our third annual, and we said that it was going to be an annual thing, but it wasn't until we did the show and we heard from everybody after that it was like, we absolutely have to do this again. It's like it's like a necessity that people have the ability to come to the show. And of course, now that we know we're going to do it and we have a year to plan for it, Cat and Nat always need to do everything bigger and better. And it's going to be fabulous. And the pre-sale tickets are going to be available so you can purchase them before the holidays. For someone, it's going to be a short window of time where we'll release a certain amount of tickets and you jump on board and you lock it in and you can give it away for the holidays, and you know what your plans are. So make sure you check out our Instagram, our Insta story links, TikTok, and catnat.ca for the release of the pre-sale. It'll be a very limited time, so you want to jump on it. But I was saying, for all the people that came and they're like, my best friend bought me this, or I bought this for my mother-in-law. It was like so many gifts that people buy for each other, or we as a group decided to come together. We haven't seen each other in so long, to put that in the books for a year from now, especially, you know, moms have a lot of things going on, but if you can put something in the books, everything will just work around it. So it's actually, it's a mom favor to put it out early and to give it to someone and put it in your calendar so you know that you've got something really fun to do. It's all about putting things in the books to look forward to, but don't forget to live in the moment.
Don't forget to do that, you know?
Yeah. So look out for that. It's going to be a brief pre-sale just because we can't, you know, that's just the way it's going to go, because you don't sell out something a year earlier. I was looking last night at all these like comedians and performers and singers, and like if there was anything out there for this time next year. And it's really hard on like Ticketmaster or Admit One or whatever we use. There's nothing that far out. But like, why not? Taylor Swift did it.
Well, Taylor Swift is a different beast in the world of life.
For a mom, that's the most important thing, is to do, like, we plan vacations.
For some, yes.
It's so hard to get anything done. Or if you're trying to do things with your friends, it's like, oh, it's really hard for us to all get together on this date unless you do it a long time in advance. Put it in the calendar.
Yes.
Everybody like doesn't have anything in there yet, and then you work around it. Like that's what I have to do for even just a dinner with the girlfriends.
I know.
Months in advance.
But have you done a year? Have you ever done a year?
I feel like one year we booked a holiday trip for the family in February for February.
Okay. So you've done it a year in advance.
Family's hard too now that our families are like, you know, if you want to go outside of the immediate family, you have to, in your extended family, it's a lot of pieces to the puzzle.
Natalie, it is a lot of pieces to the puzzle. I've got some confessions here, and here's what's really interesting, okay?
Do you know what you're going to say when you said something's really interesting?
Well, yeah, I did, because I was like, I was looking up holiday sex confessions, like people who like to have sex over the holidays when their family's around.
Yeah.
And like how you would do that. Because I feel like it's a one-way street in a relationship. Like often someone's like, I don't care, your parents are here and the kids are in the room. Yeah, that's what we talked
about last week.
We did?
Yes, we didn't have confessions
and then someone else was like, I care, like, let's go. Like we can find this. So I was like, what would the experts say? Like that you could do it. And someone said, you can play sex adventures on days or times when the parents, your in-laws, are out of the house. You'd be surprised. Sorry. I should have done my research a little deeper. You'd be surprised how often students skip school to do this. It's
very true.
Sex on the beach is also a thing. If there are some woods near the house, tell the parents you're going for a walk and go to the woods. This is frightening that this is on the internet for children. Terrible.
But it's also
that's the first one.
It's kind of funny because I remember like when people are having sex, like when they were in high school, and the way how they could always find a way or do the thing. Like I had a friend
it's just frightening
who would rent a room at a hotel right across the street from
that is a commitment. commitment.
It was they would do it, and it was just like it was.
You knew this?
Yeah, and
During school, they'd be like, we're going to go to the hotel
and
on
it seemed
break.
kind of like romantic because like neither of them had a place that they could go.
Yeah, and did you see the hotel?
Well, back then, I mean, we didn't have
Romantic.
standards for hotels. You know,
How'd they rent it?
I guess if you have a credit card.
They had credit cards at
Yep.
that young age.
Yep. And
wow, and the parents didn't see the credit card bill?
I think it was probably debit card. They worked, so it was debit cards in their name. Like,
yeah, you don't like.
I don't track how my kids spend their debit cards, their own bank cards.
Yeah, but if you signed down, you could see.
But why would I? Should I be signing in, seeing how they're spending their debit cards? Like, I don't think her parents cared.
So she had her own cash.
Yeah, she worked
then.
full time.
Oh, so she was in high school and worked full time.
Yeah, like she had to make all her own money. Her money came from her.
I didn't think you could get a credit card without a parent until you were 18. You can't. So that's tricky.
Maybe
so
they paid cash.
Maybe they paid cash. You cannot do that now. You know why? Because people trash hotels and they want a deposit.
Yeah, no, they made it, and I was always like, "Oh, that's so nice for them." You know, it wasn't like, and like I don't know how many adults are doing those sneaky things too, like sneaking away. Like I'll never forget at my cousin's cottage, my boyfriend came up and we needed a place to go, so we took that canoe and we head out to a beach.
You and canoes, eh?
It was just that same time.
Oh, your husband.
Yes.
Oh, your boyfriend.
My boyfriend at the
I
time.
was like this. Wow, two canoe rides. I was like, that's
it's
pretty
so funny.
tricky. I was like, wow, Natalie, I didn't know you and canoes had such a history. My boyfriend.
Yeah. And we actually were pulling up old photos, and a photo came up, and we must have had a camera, and it was just a picture of me, like, but it
naked?
No, just a regular picture. We're like, that was the beach.
Oh, it's romantic. At the cottage. I thought it was also at his parents' place.
Mm-mm.
It was at your thing.
There's no canoes in Cape Cod.
Got it. So this is from an expert. It's called The Pelvic People, and they are saying that you should negotiate with family members about private personal time and intimacy and space.
We met
For
someone
example,
who does this.
if you have a family going to stay with you for a couple weeks, you may suggest that you need at least one full evening where they're out of the house so that you can enjoy your space and free time as you please.
Could you imagine? Hi, in-laws, can we all just have a quick meeting before we embark on this family holiday? Mark and I are going to need 2 1-hour, 4-minute windows, 2 4-minute windows where we need to be all by ourselves.
Everyone go for a walk.
Everyone go for a walk. Why? What do you need? No, we would like to have intercourse.
The article is how to have sex when your family's in town. All right, next one. Being creative when the house is crowded. When it comes to keeping the spark alive discreetly, I just don't know why you can't wait till the holidays are over. But I mean, I guess apparently this is a thing for people that it's like they need it in order to survive.
Yes.
Rituals of connection. These are small, often subconscious acts that maintain intimacy. Think that walk you take together on Sunday mornings, or the way you like to chat when one of you is cooking dinner. Who are you people? When it's like the seemingly small things. They also suggest connection around sex when your family's in town. You could turn the curtain in your bedroom into a secret sex signal.
Squeeze me.
Like you open the curtain or close it. Sex signal.
To the whole family?
I guess.
Like a sock on the door.
If one of you pushes a curtain open, it's an indication of desire for sex. If the other partner closes it, it's a gentle no. Imagine. Open, close.
Yeah.
Open, close.
Yeah.
They're like this. Open, close, open, close.
Okay, so that's kind of funny because that sounds like it's communication between the couple. Couldn't they just tell each other?
I guess I don't want to talk about it if the family's around.
Right.
But if they open the curtain on the other side, it's a playful yes.
Ooh.
I just don't know when you're talking about the curtains. Like, are you like, or it's before you go. If I open, can you imagine? Hey, babe, if we open the curtain one way, that's a yes. If I open it the other way, it's a no. But if you open it, imagine the miscommunication. You and I don't even know left or right.
And
We'd
also,
be like,
what if the mother-in-law just comes to open the drapes in the window
and then
in the morning?
We're both having sex, but I didn't want sex today. What? I thought you said yes. The curtain was open.
Looks like your mother had a different plan.
Yeah, it can be. There's a code word, a playful action. Agreeing on ways to indicate the desire for sex can add a layer
There's
of
always
fun.
a text.
There's always. I don't know how old this article is, but I'm assuming there was text around. It can't be that old. Oh, okay. This one. You could set up challenges for each other.
Yeah.
Like having silent orgasms while the family's around or
while the family's around.
Or throughout the day, having a silent mutual masturbation session in the evening. Getting creative about the ways you have sex can make it extra hot. Both while relatives are in town or you're visiting them. This cannot be sent to husbands. This is basically, this ruins our lives, these little rituals.
I can't even. They're like, I'm so excited to go on a family trip so we can do all these little mysterious things.
Can silent mutual masturbate. I'll go to the bathroom. You go to the shower.
I think you do it together, quietly in the bed.
In the evening, everyone's having cocktail hour and you're silently masturbating. Why don't you just do it why are you doing it by yourself?
Like I think at night, like when people so you're in your bed, so you're not making sounds having sex.
What's the difference?
Well, when you're having sex with
there's
yourself, movement, like it's like
so you just masturbate, no movement.
Yeah, just a little bit, quietly, silently.
Baby movements,
baby Botox.
Okay. What do you think about these so far?
I just
which one are you doing?
I mean,
the curtains. Right, the curtains are closed. You don't open them the whole trip. They just stay shut because you're going on a family trip.
Like, and then you think about your sister and brother-in-laws and all them. Like, are they doing it?
Well, I guess it depends how close everybody is and if there's kids in your room.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know how these people get away with kids not being in their rooms. It just blows my mind that people just don't have people everywhere.
Well, the house I'm going to has an outdoor bath. So maybe when everyone's asleep, we'll just fill the outdoor bath, light some candles, and make love in the bath.
You said it, not me. I'm going to cut that clip and send it to him.
And then the kids come like, what are you doing out there?
Oh, of course.
Can I come in? Do you have bubbles?
Totally, they would. But silent. You can masturbate in the bath looking at each other silently.
I don't know if Mark fits in a bath.
Well, we can try. Let us know.
His knees will be in his forehead.
And then the bugs come. The giant cicadas.
And then the monkeys.
Yeah, they're making noise, but that's horny for you.
Yes,
you hear the monkeys.
Is it? Is that horny for you?
No, because they're having. I'm not going to monkeys. You are.
You just said that's horny for you.
Yeah, because they're making love too in the bushes.
Oh,
they're watching.
Everybody's lit up having sex.
Animals know.
So the whole family's asleep except for you and the jungle.
And listen, she has advice if you get caught.
Oh.
You know what? If it's not so stealthy after all you get caught, you take a light-hearted approach to awkward situations like being overheard. Sorry does not need to be part of the conversation. You generally, apologies should be reserved for when we commit a true wrong, you know?
Maybe I have an idea. I have one. But oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. But I mean, at least we're still into each other.
Yeah, we still got it. Or you could say something like, well, I assume this is something we want to avoid in the future. How should we go about doing that? Be open to feedback from the other people.
No, that's a terrible idea. That's opening up the conversation.
If you feel strongly that what you did wasn't wrong, just mishandled, then there's no need to apologize. Just you were heard. You know what? Haha. You heard us.
Yeah.
Way to go, big fella.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's going to go real well with the in-laws.
Oh, my God. That's just so gross if I heard any of my in-laws having sex. Or any of my siblings. Oh, gross.
Yeah. And reminder.
Sex is natural.
Exactly. And we were all made. So you can let your in-laws know, guess what? You did it to have me. And then or you made love to make this, to procreate. And look at where we are now.
It is so weird to just walk down the street and see all different kinds of people. And all of them got here because their parents were horny.
I know.
You all
That's
came
what they're saying.
From the act of sex.
Sometimes adults have sex. Just maybe keep it a little quieter when the relatives are around, because aren't there enough awkward situations to deal with over the holidays?
It's kind of weird how sex is like there's sex is in history it's for making babies.
I think it's worse if the parents hear it. Like if you have your kids are older and you bring them with you. Mm-hmm. And they bring their boyfriend, girlfriend, and you hear them having sex. Like that would be.
I feel like that happens.
But hearing them would be.
Oh.
Like if you were like, oh my, what are you going to interrupt them? You're being a bit loud.
I guess I would just turn on the sound machine so loud.
It would be awkward.
Yeah.
And that's how it is for your mother-in-law.
Right.
Is like they're like, oh my God, he's at it again.
But isn't it weird that sex is like one thing? It's like so naughty, and it's so like if you think about how like Romeo talks about sex, it's like so playful and naughty, and there's all
Do you
these
feel
things.
like it's the different cultures too?
No, but I mean just in general. I mean,
Yeah.
people just like to have sex to be like, ah. Meanwhile, it's also made for something very serious, making babies. It's like
Exactly, Natalie.
it's like taking two separate things and mixing them together.
Yeah. You know what, Natalie? That's
That's why it's confusing for kids when you try to explain sex to them. They're like, wait,
yeah.
do you guys do that? Do you do that just for making babies? No. Well,
Do you do that now?
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't do that now?
Yeah.
What do you do now?
that's weird. It's a they should have been two different things. Making babies should have just been like laying eggs, and then sex could be for fun.
Laying eggs.
Or whatever.
Laying eggs.
I
like
mean-
a chicken.
Well, how else?
Must we-
Immaculate conception.
Don't get me started.
I mean, there could be that. That would make sense.
Don't get me started.
It just lets you know when it's time to get pregnant. So anyways, we did have a girl on podcast here before, and she was talking about how her family is very, very open
Oh.
about it. She always heard
Where
her
was
parents having
this?
sex. She has a podcast. And she started following us before she had kids.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, we're very like sexually like open about it,
Yeah.
and we encourage each other to take to take time. My parents are really open about it. I've heard them. Like it's so weird how families can be so different. Like just be so open about
yeah.
all of it. Like
yeah.
like did you ever have any sex happening in your house that you knew of other than you? But did you have sex in your house when your parents were home?
I mean, I never really lived with my parents.
Right.
And they were never home.
Right. So okay, so you never had to work. What about your siblings?
I mean, you know, when you're young and you're
You just
so
don't know.
into your own life, like we never lived together in our 20s. Like none of us,
Yeah.
like we're not like when you all went home from university and brought home girlfriends. Like we all lived in the city. Everyone lived in the city. It's not
Yeah.
like you're going, it's not like I feel like in America, if you go to a school and you're like, have to get on a plane and you bring home your boyfriend. I feel like the people that come home, boyfriends and girlfriends, often live in the same city and then you see each other. Like I don't know how many.
I definitely had sex in my house with my parents, with Mark, and potentially another person. But the
now
way
you
that
were grown
house,
up. You were grown up.
Yeah.
Although
Still.
you had children with your mom there and you got pregnant with your mom there.
Yes, this is true.
But you were in the basement.
House, yeah. The first house, like my bedroom was at the very front of the house, and there was like at the house that we were living in, it had a bathroom and an office and a hallway between us. So it was like they were in the back and I was in the front. So there was like no way, you know?
Yep.
And then like my brother lived in the basement, so we could never hear what was going on there. Currently,
Way to go.
it couldn't
That's a place
go
to go.
on in this house unless it was the person who lived in the basement. Like in my house, unless it was the person in the basement.
Oh yeah, you've got it set up really well.
And then
and
you
you
have
have wood-
Olivia right on top of you.
And you have wood floors.
Like for high heels and stuff.
No, like ricocheting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ricochet.
You have a ricochet and bulletproof. Guys, what I'm trying to do is I had a whole submissions, and I'm just trying to find it because I saw that people were like, how like go to the balcony if you're like on vacation.
Yeah, they're
It's like the balcony.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people when they have kids in hotel rooms and they're staying at all inclusives and stuff and
the
hotels,
bathroom.
they
Someone said
do the
bathroom,
balcony.
the bathroom,
Yep.
the shower.
Yes.
Go to the shower.
Yeah,
and-
I bet that happens all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Because you're 3 young kids and you're exhausted.
Yeah.
Let's go to the shower.
There are people. There
Oh.
really are.
I know. All of it. Here's 9 hacks for having sex at your family's house.
Music, sound machine,
This is from Bustle.
standing up instead of bed too.
Good one.
Thank you.
Natalie.
Thank you. Standing up.
Do it when everyone is asleep. So wait up. Even if you get the urge to have sex right before everyone sits down to dinner.
The urge.
The urge before dinner.
Before dinner.
Hold off. Just hold off. It's far from subtle if you and your partner sneak away while everyone else is starting to eat.
And I would also think to myself in that moment, you might be confusing hunger with horniness. Eat and see if you still feel that way.
I'm telling you,
Right?
If
You might be hungry.
If you, I kind
Have
of
an urge.
I feel like you're kind of a legend if you are like sitting there and you both have an urge at dinner time. Like you're about to go sit and eat a turkey dinner or like ham dinner.
I think you're hungry.
And you're like, let's go get it on.
They're confused.
I've never had an urge before I sit down to eat meat.
I think these people are not in touch with their feelings. Like my daughter used to, before bed, she used to think she was hungry when she was tired. I think a couple like
okay.
that is confusing horniness with hunger, and they just need to have their meal and then reassess their feelings. And by then, everyone's had the turkey and they're tired anyways. Just wait for them to fall asleep.
You're maybe on the verge of voyeurism too. Because like you're enjoying all these people around and you're like, I want to go have you upstairs and all of them guess what we're doing.
You know what it might be to a girl who like her
the ex-girlfriend's there.
Or maybe the mother-in-law is so overpowering over the son.
She's like, I'm gonna go
and
fuck
so she's
you.
like, I'm gonna go fuck your son.
Totally. I bet that is.
For sure.
That is revenge sex.
Yeah.
But not to your ex, to like your mom. To the mom. Guess what? I just fucked your son.
And you know, in movies all the time, like people swap like with the brother and like the sister-in-law, and also like I want to see more. I want to know more about
swap.
That.
What are you talking about?
Like you're all like at Christmas dinner, and then you know the brother.
Like you actually swap. Like
no, not swap. Like you are. There's just like a thing between. How can I make this for us? Like you don't have your sister. Okay, you and your sister's husband. Just have a thing, and then you drink too much, and then you guys stay up too late on the dock.
Oh,
and
that would be devastating, though.
Oh, it happens all the time in movies and real life.
I like that. Natalie says
not everyone finds out, and usually it ends in murder. But I'm saying it would make sense, you know, like if you just like.
You would ruin your relationship with your sister.
But you couldn't control yourself.
Yeah, then you need to probably, be murdered.
Yeah, well, there will be murder.
I don't think there's anything worse than betraying like that, like devastating your sister when it's their husband or your brother. Like if you are the one who's doing it to I can understand the two people you're married to. Like,
ooh, that's a good one too.
But not your actual sister or your brother. Cause that's like, you have kids. That's just
I know.
cutthroat.
I think it happens.
That's like you basically ruined your family.
I know.
And then who's the mom going to choose?
But like
you love
they
them
just
both.
Couldn't help it because the love is just so. It was always there.
Well, then they shouldn't have gotten married,
but they didn't know it.
She's in a romance novel.
Yeah, they just didn't know it, and then they just needed to be together.
I don't think it happens often, hopefully, because that would bust up. I'm sure it happens, but there's no such thing as love that is so deep that you can hurt your.
But maybe you also never really liked your sister because she was the favorite, anyways. She got so much attention, and you were
Natalie's
like, I
in
kind of want
Fantasyland.
You know, I don't even like my sister anyways, and she's got this great catch, and my husband's a dud or dead or divorced, and I'm gonna steal my sister's husband. And then, and he's really rich too. And then I'm going to get that life and just, yes, I deserve it more than she does.
Wow.
It's her time.
Oh, wow. So you're mean too.
I'm just, I don't
shallow and mean. Because you're going to steal it for the money.
No, my sister's horrible though.
Oh,
she's the worst. I don't have a sister like this, so this is a movie. She's the worst.
This is a movie.
She's actually been having an affair with her assistant for years.
Oh, there we go. She just came back around to real life. It doesn't matter if your favorite is the reverse cowgirl or missionary or whatever other position is your usual MO. When it comes to sex at home with the family, you got a spooning position or bust.
Oh, okay. So forget your favorites. This holiday season, it's spooning. I think standing up is a great idea.
Yeah, just don't fall down.
Why would you fall?
Because what if they're taller than you? Then they're squatting.
Yeah, but
then they get them.
You got to use your legs.
You also would get a
Charlie horse all the time.
And you would.
Yeah, I got to stretch. Okay, carry on. But it is a good, fast way to make it happen with not a lot of noise.
Well, it looks like you have so many things to try. Bubble bath, standing up in the shower.
Costa Rica's going to be wild. One hell of a trip.
You get a fan.
But
like, hey, Mom, can I borrow the fan? I need the fan in the room. So it's like wintertime.
2024, sound machine.
Yeah, your fan. Especially if a fan sounds like heavy breathing. So you won't know the difference. Exactly. Like, is that the fan or heavy breathing? And then you turn the fan off when it's over.
Yeah. Keep the fan on all night.
Car.
We're going to just go get some milk.
Throw a pillow over your face.
Wow.
Realizing the silencing effect of pillows.
Because you just cannot keep your mouth shut. That's how loud you are. You can't.
Am I suggesting you suffocate your noisy partner? No. But I am suggesting you suffocate those moans and groans. This is attempted murder. You can be as quiet as possible, but when you climax, you can't control it. You can't control what comes out of your mouth. No control. no control.
No control.
You are just a wild beast in there.
I do think that women who yell during childbirth and they can't control it and they yell really loud, they must also not be able to control themselves.
They say just dive into the pillows.
Dive in.
Literally.
Could you imagine?
Dive headfirst in the pillow.
What's your defense?
She was
her
moaning.
parents' house and she was really loud.
It was. She was so loud.
What was I going to do?
I actually had to suffocate her. It was, oh my God, it's already 25 minutes.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this. I feel like you might get off.
Yeah. No. I mean, because you can't prove that you didn't mean to.
I know.
Natalie is murdering everyone
but
tonight.
What if he was
this
really,
is sex, not murder.
They're the ones who brought up suffocation.
If the bed is squeaky, just get on the floor. Get on the floor. There's nothing like a little.
You don't need to lie down.
People. I mean, if some people are not that fit, and standing is tricky.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, I appreciate
And if your pelvic floor is weak, standing is going to be tricky.
Why?
Because the power of the thrust when you're standing can make you pee.
Oh, nothing wrong with a little pee. That doesn't make any noise.
Yeah, but then you have to clean it up.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Last one.
Honey, we can do it standing up.
So many. No,
we
shower.
Can do it standing
we said shower.
But if I pee, you clean it. He'll always say, sure.
Give your partner a tour. Even if this isn't your partner's first trip to your family's house, maybe they need another tour. Has your partner seen the attic?
Oh.
The attic at my parents' house is full of toys, and my sister and I had when we were kids. So if we stay up there for an hour or more, it wouldn't come off weird. We're playing with fucking toys as you're an adult. That's fucking weird. That's weird. That's not, they're knowing. It wouldn't come off as even remotely suspicious. Do your research. Yes, it does. If you're in the attic playing with toys for an hour, and someone's going to come up and be like, what'd you find?
Oh my gosh. I'm literally like, I'm thinking if I could make it, I'm going to see if I can make it in Costa Rica. I'm sharing a house with Mark's whole family. I'm going to see if I can successfully
go to the attic.
Get her done. I don't think there's an attic.
If you use condoms, make sure you don't leave them beside the bed accidentally or in the bed.
Thanks, tips.
And if you're monogamous and the condoms aren't your thing because you've opted for another form of birth control, be aware of the wet spot.
Yes. You'll have to do laundry.
It's visible.
Yeah.
Basically,
towel.
This is your big responsibility. Show how responsible you are and doing laundry. So,
or just put a towel and then
give it to your mom-in-law to go use for the shower.
Yeah, just don't be washing the sheets a night after you slept there. Do you know?
You know, you just need to be cool about it. Like the takeaway from this is you can get back to your noisy, kinky action when you're home. You can handle a few days of spooning, standing, quiet sex. I'd love to know the ones this as moms is like, really? Like, we can't wait. If you're away for a weekend and you can't handle yourselves, like, who are you? Who are you? Where are you? You can't wait 3 days till you get home? I'm like, this is like, I'm talking, you're on a month vacation. No, you're on a 6-month vacation with your family, and that's when you do this. I can't imagine 2 days. 2 days? 2 days you can't go without it.
I honestly think part of it is the excitement of getting away with it.
They're not moms. Excitement.
Mm-hmm.
Excitement.
Or maybe like their childhood home, it reminds them of when they were like a teenager sneaking around.
Is it exciting?
Are
you excited by your family downstairs? Oh, I'm so excited my parents are here.
Turkey really turns me on.
I think it depends also how mortified they'd be if their parents heard. If they wouldn't care, then fine. But if your parents heard, like, I can imagine how it would be for an unforgettable moment. Like if you heard one of your kids having sex, loud, kinky.
I would literally, first of all, I would yell. I'd yell. I'd be like, stop it. We can hear you. And then I'd probably get out of the house and leave.
Would you say stop it?
Yeah. I'd say stop it. We can hear you. Everyone can hear you. Stop it.
I wish we could ask your mom if she's heard you had sex.
She has never.
You don't know that. She would never say it.
She has never.
Never.
Nope.
You confirmed?
Yes.
100.
100.
Can I ask her?
No, thank you.
Bye.